Hello everybody. Well, I had moved along a little bit because I thought I was recording and it wasn't recording, so here we are. I put these leaves right here. I like that a lot, and I need to finish them up over here, and then I'll probably find something to put in between them. So how's your day going? Mine was okay. I've been taking the dog to the dog park, so he's not so bothersome to me. And it poops him out at night. And then, yeah, anyways, so we go to the dog park a lot. He is a dog park legend there. Okay, I think I want one of those petals in the corner too. I've got room right here to set one in. I do have enough to even possibly, let's see, I'll need to go this way. Maybe, maybe not. I do have these I could set next to it. Let's see what happens if I turn it around the other way instead. They'll overlap each other, and I don't really want that, so I'm not going to do that. I could put these circle pieces in between. That's kind of pretty. I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, that works. Goes with the, matches the leaf, matches the orange and yellow leaf, because it has orange and yellow in there. So as you see that, you know, this isn't something where I'm taking one sheet and making patterns with the canes and the mat, you know, putting them together and then cutting the pattern out. I'm actually building my own mandala piece here. Looks like I probably should have one here on the corner to hold those on. Now, should I pick up the leaf of the, I think I'm going to pick up this leaf here and tuck it underneath. Carefully place it in there and scooch it down. There. Because I really like this element here. I think it's really pretty. Alright, so since I'm going to do that, I need to put 3 more. Put it right there so that I can get my circle. Fits right in there. Yeah, see, because I put those little circles there too, so. I was going to say, I hope I have enough, but I think I have just enough, and then I won't have any more. Because I think I only bought one of these, but they're so pretty. Sometimes I wish I could blow them up. Blow up? Shoot down. Blow up. You ever look at a photograph and go like this to it? It's like, that doesn't work on a real photograph, lady. It's like, well, it should. Technology hasn't caught up to that part where you could take an old photograph. You know, in a lot of the futuristic movies, they have telephones on your hand embedded under the skin and stuff like that, or right here there's a telephone. That just, technology like that, it's like, I think that's kind of far off, but maybe not. It's rather kind of cool, but I don't know. That seems like, you know, being, like at that point you're being chipped. That's what it seems like. I'm in my studio filming. My husband, he's looking for me. He thinks I'm outside. What are you doing out here? But I'm not out there. I fooled him. I like how this one fits right in here. Grab another one right here. And one more. See, if you don't push everything down right away, you can lift it up and put something underneath it or above it or maneuver it. That one's too thick. It's got a high spot on it. There, very pretty. I mean, I have enough of these. I don't know. I don't think I want to overcrowd this flower here. So now I'm going to move to a new layer. What layer? I don't know. I mean, I've got these. These are the dragon necks, or the dragon horns, and I do have more of those, I believe, that I could use. But I also have this one here, and this is strikingly pretty, so I'm not sure what my next move is. So we'll take a rather thick piece comparative to one that's not quite as thick and play with it. And do we go on top here? Or oh, maybe on top of here? Or do we point it outwards and do diamonds like this diamond here? And then oh, careful. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way into the center, but I mean, so I go a row of those all the way across. I could do that. Probably take, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Now the problem with that is getting them to fit the whole way. I could also, I don't have, I'm not sure, I've got these smaller watermelon pieces here that I could balance on top of that, or turn it, oh, this one's cracking on me. Turn it this way, or put it here, and then go one over on the other side here. Oh, see, now I don't want to do it. The watermelon cane is very cool. Or I did pull out some other ones. I pulled out these two, and I'm wondering if this one wouldn't be a good one to start next. And the other thing is also, I could find some kind of a circle cutter and cut around here so it's in a circle. So the circle comes through and the watermelon green is touching, but I don't have a lot of the big watermelon pieces to go much further than I already have. I do not. I have a quarter. I have a quarter watermelon, small, a quarter big one, quarter small, medium, and half large. Half large, half medium, and quarter large. So now I'm at a standstill again. It's always a choice, you know, what to do next. I mean, I kind of like it just almost the way it is, but it needs something else, in my opinion, because it's not quite a mandala. If it was a regular mandala, I'd be coming down and circling into the middle, which sometimes this might be a little busy. I mean, this is for a tabletop. I am going to put it on a tabletop. Let me show you the tabletop again. So it is going to go on here, and I know that I am going to be short on one side, on both sides, so it's either see, but now it's got like a flat spot in the middle there to actually put a drink on without it, you know, wobbling. But I was also going to cover it with resin too, so it might actually still have a wobble to it. So maybe I will stop with this and, you know, this is where I pause and get up and walk away, even though I haven't sat here for very long. Yeah. I might want to put an alcohol ink in here in the middle with, you know, maybe a gold tone and wipe it in there. That would be really pretty. I definitely want to do something before I actually cook it, so maybe we'll just switch to a circle mandala. I'll do that. Let's switch to a circle mandala, and I'll be with you in a moment while I prep my circle. So to eliminate as many air bubbles when I do the second half of the circle, you should take your pieces and fold them on top of each, you know, lay them on top of each other, because if you just scrunch it up all into a ball and then start fresh, then you get air bubbles trapped inside. That's just a little tip. So here I have the second half, and I'm going to cut a straight edge on one side, which looks like it's discoloration, and hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully this will be enough to fit the circle. Ooh, almost. All right, well, I'm going to stretch it. Stretch. Now it fits. Press all my air bubbles out from underneath, and then before I can burnish it so it's stuck together, because we don't want to see a line, right? So before I cut it, I'm going to do this, because I'll probably have to retrim the other side a little bit too. So it's got some mica shift in it because it started off with like the peacock, pearl peacock or something like that. And because I do have a roller, let's see what the roller does. That'll just help get air bubbles out. It does even it up a little bit, but I'm going to put a texture on it, so it's not going to matter. We'll see. This really shows the air bubbles. I don't like air bubbles. Things don't lay right when there's not air bubbles underneath. But it's not too bad. can roll them. You can poke them with a pin, very sharp, pointy pin to get the air out, which helps. I see a couple over here. Let's see. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. And I want it taken, even though I'm not quite sure where, you know, who knows, I might end up hopefully you won't see that line when I'm all done with it. Especially when I put texture on it, you won't see the line. So that helps quite a bit. And I am going to find my scalpel, because that cuts nicely the way I like it. So this is going to get laid inside of a tray, and I'll show you as soon as I'm done cutting the circle. Now you can clump it all up together. Okay, that looks pretty good. And since I do want a center, I'm going to put this and I think this one here will make it even more circular. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. I have my circle cut. I have my cane that I'm going to put in the middle. I have some other little canes over here made. I got these sliced up. I just have to circle them out, pull them at the edge a little bit, make them more circular. And let's see, I need a pokey. So like right here is the middle, and right there's my middle there. So I will put my tip of my needle right there. And plunk it down there. So I have my centerpiece. And it's on there now for good. Oh, I forgot to put a texture on there. Dang it all. All right, let's get a texture. Need texture. Let's see. Something different than what I had before. I like the wood, but definitely need something different. I mean, I could just go for your basic leather, which is taking the foil, the plastic wrap, and doing this all over it. I could make it wavy all over, or grassy. Don't want lines. Want something that I can mix the pattern up with. I do like pebbles. The pebbles is pretty. What's this one? I don't know what this one's called. It's not called anything. It's more bricklaying like patterns. Wish I had a, well, you know what? I'm gonna go for the waves. And I'm just gonna do this all over, just to give it a little bit of texture. Over my centerpiece. That's fine. A lot of it's going to get covered up anyways. But at least with some texture on it, the pieces that are showing through will have texture. That looks pretty good. Probably even pressed out my circle a little bit more, which was fine. I forgot to show you what I was going to put it on. So I'm going to put it on this right here, this lacy looking tray. I went to Goodwill and I found a bunch of these. They're from IKEA. Granted, it's not everybody's decor, but it comes out pretty neat. And if I spray paint the outside black, then this will make this pop really good inside there. And then I'll probably put a very thin layer of resin over it after I glue it down, so that it will become one with the tray. So I think that'll look really pretty. I mean, it even looks pretty with the gold and the white right now. So we'll see how it looks after it gets baked. In the meantime, let's all right, what should we put on here next? Now these, I'm not gonna put these ones on there because I want those for the outside, but I can put these here, or I can use petals. How would this one look? Nope, not ready for that. So what I do is I press it, you know, right up to the center, right up to the circle, and I should have enough of these to go around from the other mandala that I made. And it looks like I even have enough to go in between. So this one, we're going from the center out instead of going the center in. So there's a lot of space, not a lot here and a lot there. So I'm going to pick this piece up and we'll just go around in a circle like this. That's basically what I do with my other dots. No, that's not true. I do a 12 o'clock, a 6 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, and a 9 o'clock, and then I dot in between everything. Well, did I push that one a little too hard? Okay. So then you just keep on taking your pieces and going outward with it. You can put it down that way, or you can put it down that way. I think I like the out way. Since we're doing that, we're going outward. Sometimes you want to maneuver it around, make sure that it's pointing in the direction you want it to point in. Sometimes they can turn out cockeyed. Just want to space them so that they don't look like they're cockeyed. But then again, this is polymer clay, this is not paint, so it's a little different to work with. That looks pretty good. See, now I can take one of these, but I only have 4 of those, so that's not going to work. Or then they'll be overlapping. If I do these, they'll be overlapping. So maybe I don't want to work with those yet. So maybe I need to find a circle. Or I could go with a circle. Maybe I'll do that. That would look kind of cool. We'll use that another time. So what I'm going to try and do is that one's too thick. Use a thinner one. Thin with thin. So just keep plugging along and just keep adding to different rows. Just keep on adding a different row. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a polymer clay cane. It can be a solid piece of clay with a pattern on it. Would be kind of cool. You can cut out dots. You can cut out more circles. You can make them, you know, you can make them with any shape you want, with just regular straight clay if you like, or you can cut some of these and put them in there. I could have taken the circle one. Where's my, I have a bigger circle one. I could have taken a bigger circle and done that with it, which I could still do. Yeah, they're sticking to the board. See, if I did that, then I wouldn't get these little kiss marks. They look like little puckers. Oh, you heard me. I said pucker, as in P, pucker, pucker. Little pucker marks from the 2 canes being put together. Call that a pucker. It looks like looks like fishy lips. I got one more. There you go. So that's already looking very cute, very pretty as it is. And we're going to pause because I got to go eat dinner. Hi, I don't know what segment this is, but I found some more canes to put on the circle mandala that were sitting around in my thing. I always save my slices when I'm done with them. So I picked out all these because I got to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of some sort to go around. So I found these. Now, what to do with them? I could take these half circles. Are kind of cool. Make them like bridges. Wish my lighting was better, but it's not. Could do something like that, and then I can cut the corners off, and it's like a little bridge. So you see that these canes were already previously cut. See, that kind of looks nice. I like that. I'm gonna go with that. Now I don't necessarily want to I need my glasses. Need the glasses. Oh, that's better. I don't want to cut them beforehand because I'm not sure on the angle. So I'm just going to build up around this. Okay, and those are all done. And since I have leftovers of these petal canes, I'm going to use these little petal ones next. And just place them this way or that way, whichever way you think. Let's see, if I do it that way. If I do it this way and I've got leftovers, I could actually cross one over the two. So, in this way, they might actually touch. Then I can place one over the top of it. Or underneath it. What does it look like underneath? Or I could turn them around. Or I could just make some elements. Since the watermelons are already pressed down, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's a thought process. You just gotta keep on thinking about, you know, what canes you want to use. I'm going this way. I like it better this way. Because then I can stick something in between the two petals. I can stick something in between here, and then I can still stick something in between there. Okay, so those are all done now. Now, I did cut some of these, but I'm not 100% sure that I like them. They don't fit in a spot, and I can cut them halfway and put green leaves behind them. That might be cool. Or those leaves behind it. Maybe I'll make an element. I mean, I could use half a watermelon too. Let's see. I don't think I want to use a whole watermelon, another watermelon quite yet. Not ready for that yet. Let's see. I do have some of these new canes. These are small. Let's see, so you can stick them in between, diamond them up. That might be pretty. Or you can cut your own canes. Let's get some kind of turquoise blue. All right, so I have this purple and this magenta that I really like. Kind of goes good with the blue. And so I want to cut out some stuff. I also have these little triangles here that I thought would be pretty also. I'm not quite sure yet where I want to put them. Can't see anything without glasses. Too many crickets. Okay, so that one's got a really thin one on there. I gotta peel it off. Oh, that one's messed up, but the rest of it's good. Now you need a really pointy little tool. If you can't peel them off with your fingers, having a pointy tool, even a needle, will work. So you can get them unstuck, because they do like to stick. I don't know if it's because they're old or it's just the polymer natural. It's the polymer clay's natural thing to stick. And when I have ones like this, sometimes I'll press them on the board and save them and cook them. Oh, look at that. I found right on my tabletop. So I have this little stand here. And I made a cute little mandala for it, but it's got an air bubble right here. So, and this, I loved this cane. Oh my gosh, this was the best cane. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Anyways, oh, and this one in the center is super old. Super old. Super old. Anyways, it popped out. Looks like it's on cork, but it's not. It's like on a wafer. Interesting. Anyways, so that's broken. That has to either be fixed or I make a new mandala, which I probably will have enough clay after to make another one. A little one for that little stand. Anyways, back to this. You can take these watermelons here are in the way. Let me put these. I hate like moving things completely out of my way because I'm afraid I'll knock it and they'll all go flying all over the place. I mean, how many times did that happen to you? Oh my gosh. You touch something just by accident and everything goes flying. So I haven't decided what I was going to cut, but I wanted to show you something else we could do. You could take snakes. Now this is going to be much higher, so you could extrude snakes, very thin ones. You could use this one here, or these ones here will be the same height as a lot of the canes I'm cutting. This one's too thick, so it's better to use a snake. And you could extrude those out, but I thought I'd roll one out here and see what it's... So I could... Ooh, that one's got a boober in it. I mean, you could go from one corner and circle it, and then pointy end to pointy end. You could make a loop here. So however you want to do it. Okay, I don't necessarily like that, but that's an example. I mean, you could make twirly whirlies. Anyways, that's that. With, okay, I'm not going to go for that. I don't like that. That doesn't look good. Let's see what kind of cutters I have. So I can measure in between. That looks pretty good. That fits pretty good in there. And if I cut it with the cellophane, then it'll be smaller. So before I do this, I want this purple or this here. Let's see, what color do I want to do? I think I'm going to go for the purple. So we'll fold this one up over itself to protect it from dog hair, or animal hair, cat hair. And before I do this one, I like using alcohol inks and mica powders. So I'm going to see, I got a purple here. It's a very faint purple. Here's my purple dish. And I haven't sat here in a while. Alcohol inks are terribly messed up. Oh, I know why. Because my husband got into my alcohol inks. Son of a gun. He made it all messy in here. Looking around for colors. Here's another purple tray I could use. Look, texture. Could use that as texture. Just brushing, because it's broken. So brush the texture on there. Oh, what a mess. All right, I found my purple. I'm running low, and I need mica powders. So at one point in time, I had bought a bunch of these, and these are cool, from Muerk Pigments, M-U-E-R-K, M-U-E-R-K. I don't know, I think I've either Etsy or Amazon, I'm not real sure, but they came in an array of colors. I mean, I could actually put a green on there, which would be kind of cool. Let's see, so here's this one, that's violet. And I don't know what else. Sometimes I just like using the old, you know, basic ones. I don't know what brand they're called anymore. They don't have stickers on them. They're very popular. So there's this one, and then this one is violet. Sometimes I mix my own in a container. So look at the bottom and see, you know, do I want it lavendery or do I want it violety? I think let's go with the violet. Let's see how that turns out. So I'll just stick my paintbrush from my mica powders in here and put them in there. Now that whole sheet's probably going to get covered. Sometime, then I'll put that back there. And I actually use good squeeze here, and gotta find my purple paintbrush. found one. It says purples on it. And I put just regular alcohol in there too. And then I'll mix it up. Such a beautiful sheen. Very pretty. Just going to paint over it. And that kind of gives it an iridescent look. And it'll look even better when it dries. So I do want to do a big portion of it because maybe I'll use some of the circles later. So I'll just cover the whole thing since I have extra of this clay anyways. What do I do with the extra? Well, sometimes I just gotta let it dry out. Or I try and find a seal-proof container, a little jar to put it in, a dropper bottle. So I have a lot of dropper bottles. Oh, that's so pretty. So I'm gonna get a dropper bottle because yeah, that would work out nicely to put it in a dropper bottle. In case I want to use it again. At least I'll have a little extra. And if I need to cover more purple, then I will have this one here to also there. And now I have leftovers. Camera, where the heck are you? There. Put that aside. Put that aside. And you can also re-wet your brushes with the alcohol, just plain alcohol, and it will reactivate the alcohol ink and the mica powders together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is fold this over like so. And I need a little baby tile. Do I have a little baby tile? I have a stone. I have a little stone. And I'm going to push it down. And that gives it a very nice curved edge. Or I could use a little baby tile. A 1-inch tile is perfect that I don't have laying around, right? Who has 1-inch tiles laying around? I certainly don't. So I thought I had like, what is it, a 1.5-inch tile? Because this is like, what, a 2-inch tile? Oh, this is a 3-inch tile. So yes, I was looking for my 2-inch tiles. I don't know what happened to them. So I'll just use this 1-inch tile. That works out nicely because, you know, eventually it gets to be quite painful pressing on these things. But see, when you pull it up, you've got a nice round corner. Nice round edge. No corners, just edges. So I'm going to hit pause, and you can do the same with yours if you like. All right, I have a few of them punched out, and now I'm going to pull them off and place them on the board. Glasses. They should peel off fairly easy, and if you wanted to, you can even do it reversed. Put the rounded edge, you could just turn it upside down, but then you won't have the mica powders. So see, this is already looking pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to texture these, individually texture them. Oh, let's get that guy off of there. I'm going to show you my little texture things that I have. You can find textures in everything. a branch, a leaf from outside, your toothbrush, all kinds of places to find textures. And if you know anybody who does any leather work, you know, these are just things that I've picked up along the way. You could indent with one of these, make texture with one of these. There's a nice pretty flower. That might be nice. Would fit on there perfectly. The end of a pen. You could do, you know, like the end of a pen, or the X-Acto knife has a nice pattern also. You could use the pattern on one of these too. The handles have nice patterns on them. Well, I like that flower. If you're like me though, you have one of these too, but it's kind of hard to put on, you know, roll over a circle. I also have that I have made in textures. Sandpaper, little piece of sandpaper to give it some texture. This is a really rough grit. A piece of coral. At one point I had found, I don't even know, I think it was a button. And I cut it out and made a design like this. And this one actually has little droplets on it. So that's kind of neat. Rubber stamps. Metal attachments. Adornments, stuff that you would use for scrapbooking is a good thing for that also. Here's a snowflake button. Here's probably something like I'm going to say a wasabi paste. Nope, doesn't smell anymore. So some kind of a paste. This is a great texture thing. Here's a leaf. This is just made out of clay, and then I just baked it. Ones I like to use are leaves, like this. Here's another leaf. There's a smaller blob. Leaves are good because, you know, I'm going with like a fairy-ish theme here. And these are corks. So, start stocking up on corks to attach some of these things. This one's done with nails. Oh, there's another one. These are die cuts that I had come across. You know, you find all kinds of stuff at Goodwill and Value Village. It's absolutely incredible. Here's another button. And that's just made with a polymer clay handle, and then I baked it. So with your scraps, you can do that. It's like I have this. I have no idea what this is for. It is teeth to something, and it was broken off, but I thought, well, that's kind of neat. It's very, who knows. Here's a knob. I have a Velcro. The ones with the hooks make a nice pattern. And then I have just texture sheets that I made, small texture sheets that I could use patterns for. There's this thing here. I have no idea. It has very pointy ends on it. That would be, it's called cutter bee bugs. So that would make a nice texture. That makes little indents, and on a flat sheet it would look a lot better, obviously. So I think I want to do a leaf. I like the flower. The flower's pretty. I think I'll go with the flower since I don't have a leaf that's small enough to do. Okay, that's that. Oh, I have a leaf. I have a leaf that's small enough, but it's a cutter. It's not an imprinter. So we'll just go with the flower leather punch. And this will help put it on, you know, this will help attach it to the clay underneath it. So I found the perfect circle in there because I don't have a lot of small to medium circles like this. I mean, I do. I have these, but I didn't want to use these yet. Yeah, actually, mixing it up is kind of fun. Mixing it up like this. All right, did I do all of them? I did. And that looks really cute from my angle and your angle. Very nice. All right, let's pause and think about our next layer. Or we don't even have to pause. So these little circles are gonna be on the outside because I got a bunch of them and I'm hoping that it'll all work out. And these big ones, I don't know if I really like these on this table. Kind of doesn't go with the purples. So I didn't cut a gazillion of them, but I did cut a few of them. But what I do like are these, because these have the right kind of blue in them. And they have the right kind of blue. And I could put rest these right in there. Or we could go with more purple and make smaller. Maybe I'll do that. Let's do that. I'm going to cut smaller circles. All right. So I cut smaller ones. Some of them are going to be a little large for the area, but some of them are not. And I don't mind the ridge. I mean, if you wanted to, you could roll it in between and get rid of the ridge that's there. If you work with polymer clay, you know you got to be somewhat gentle. There. This is the only one right here that has immense amount of room. So I pulled out this tool. This one's got a nice pattern on it. Oh, I missed one. See? I mean, if you press on it also, then for sure it should stick. See, if you don't go in order, you end up missing some. Done. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to another cane. So I have that layered out there like that. You could do a ring of color, or you could do, I'm gonna work on these guys. So if I put it pointing outward from the big square, or I could go from the tiny one instead. I think I like this one here because then I can take little magenta dots if I wanted to and put a little magenta dot in each of the corners. Almost forgot where I was working on. Where it was working. See, this one's really flimsy. That one's a really thin cane. A thin slice. Thin slice. And I could, which I might actually do, so that was the big one, the bigger circle. And I could come in and cut it like this. And that kind of looks interesting. Or I could just make it, let's see if we make it bigger. This will be our test dummy, our test piece. Get a bigger circle. Because let's see. If I go a little bigger, I kind of like to measure on both sides so that I'm getting it right in the center. I could very well put it right on top there and then trim that up on the sides. Don't know if it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I use a scalpel for this one. Let's see. It's definitely an interesting move. It's going to hold that purple right on there. I don't, it's interesting. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. Because getting it centered and then you got to get it centered on top there. Dang. Let me think about that. Okay, I'm changing gears again. So I have this protractor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up all these horns. Well, I'm going to lay them next to each other. If I have to, I can move them to sit on top of each other. You know, like overlapping them like that. So we'll look. Oop. Flinging it. So I think I'll just start overlapping them now. You can overlap them halfway, whole. Whoop. Okay. So that one slid right underneath. I'm not going to pick it up yet. It's hiding. It's hiding. Oh, no, not two of you. Say no, no. No, no, no. So this is why I stop and go, because this is a process. So this was my next move. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. Pick up this carefully. As you see, I did not push it down because the clay would probably eat right through this plastic. And where's this guy right here? So what I like to do is take a picture of my work and then look at it that way. It really gives you a different perspective and it shows you how beautiful it actually is. So I'm going to push these down. With my hand so that they don't move anymore. And they should be stuck. And I'm not going to move them anymore. And then when I look up at my camera, I get that perspective, and I really, really like that. So let's move on to the next section. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? We can start off at 12 o'clock. And we can come down to 6 o'clock. And do it again. We can go to 12 o'clock. Only because I really like these ones. I like these canes. I could balance these on the magenta. I could push the magenta through the pasta maker at 6 and put these on top of it. And then cut out a triangle out of that. Although the problem with that is I do not have triangles that are that big. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I have this triangle right here. And what happened to my tester piece? Did I throw it away? Oh no, I didn't. Anyways, I have this here, but this fits exactly over it. So I'd have to hand trim them because I do believe I do not have any triangle cutters that are bigger than this. So, with that being said, I don't think I have ones that are smaller than that. Do I have a triangle? I don't have triangles, I have diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friends. I have diamond shapes. I don't have any triangles. So, let's see how this... I do have a bunch of these. So I could fit these on each one of these, and they would be like going off in a direction. See, it's just a thought process. You just got to think about, oh, that looks nice like that, but this doesn't look nice like this. You know, sometimes you're hypercritical of your own work, like me, and it's like, that's not perfect. But you know what? I don't know any art that is perfect unless it's made with a computer, and then again, it's probably not perfect. So kind of just, you know, anyways. Oh man. Decisions. I could look at all my diamond shapes. I could, you know, just cut the magenta. I could put a mica powder on the magenta, make that a new ring, and then I've got this concave shape that this might fit up against. This way, possibly. Oh, I could point those out. That would be interesting. Who knows? I might not even use those at this point. It's almost time to incorporate some baby watermelons. Excuse me. Some baby watermelons, huh? Come back to these and the green leaves. I don't know if I'll have enough to go around, so if I count, it almost works. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28. I would at least need 27 or 26. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Well, I definitely probably have enough. So let's try that. Put this one up here, and let's try that, because I kind of like. Okay, you guys, move out of the way. Move out of the way. I kind of like that. You know, it's incorporating the smaller ones in with the, and I could do them like this. And then how would it look with one of these on top of it? Ooh. Tying the two colors into each other. Interesting. Very interesting. And if I, yeah, okay. I mean, I could always do it this way too. And then put this guy on top. Ooh, kind of like that too. Jeez. Ding-a-ding-a-dang, ding-a-dong, ding-dong, blue moon. Right? Or I could just go around again with these leaves. We could do that. I don't know if I want to do that because I want to incorporate some more watermelons. But the watermelons would look good butted up against these guys. I know, let's just make some elements. Since they're going to be wide, I can actually, let's see, if we go 1, not sure how many I would need, 2, 3, and flip over and lay down. See, it's hard now that I made this ring of horns. It's gonna be weird. Maybe not. Kind of looks good from my perspective on my phone up above. So I'll try that. And I'm just going to make a bunch of them like this and put them down and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm back. This is a 45-minute segment. That's a long one. So I've got 8 segments. 8 segments. I have 8 elements. So I'm just going to try and do them from across. I might need to make 2 more. They're very flimsy. So we go 12, 3, 6, 9. 10:30, 1:30. Okay, that's looking really cool. Really cool. Usually you can eyeball the space from here to here and here to here. Sometimes it'll be a little off, sometimes it'll be perfect. You can also turn your table so that you can eyeball it better. I'm going to pick this one up and move it over a little bit more. Just a little bit. Oh, oh my, oh my, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. See, I get all excited when it starts looking really cool. I like that. I'm going to press them down. And I don't want to use a burnisher because I don't want to smush them. I just want it to stick. Oh, very cool. I'm impressed. That looks super good. Yours looks great too, and I'm definitely going to want to see pictures. So if you could send pictures to me through the Slightly Unbalanced Art fan page on Facebook or Instagram, that'd be great. Again, this is ikandiclay, I-K-A-N-D-I, clay, canes. And now I think I want to put some of this in between here before I put on my border, which, gosh, I wish I had a bunch more of those, because those are the ones that I would really like to use. I could also, let's see, no, I don't have enough of the big ones to go around. If I did, I'd probably want to turn them this way and maneuver them. Although I could, I do have 8 of them. Yes, I do. And I do have a few more that I can actually cut. I have a little bit more of this cane that I could cut. So I'm putting them directly above that. So this is now my new border. You can push them, and then you can pull them. Push and pull and pull and push. I mean, you can try and, you know, maneuver them, but if you do that, you take your chances of splitting it right down the middle, and then it becomes 2 pieces. See, so something like this with this little overhang here, which you can't really see, I can. I will trim it up. That was quite a bit of overhang. So with this mandala, I'm probably not going to fill all the space in, because it's not necessary. It actually is very pretty, and since it's going to be like on a tray, you want to be able to see where the food crumbs are. Huh. Oh, this is so cute. So pretty. So pretty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ivy's gonna love this. I'm already loving it. And I hope yours are coming out just as pretty, which I'm sure they are. I wish I could see them while you're working on them. That would be really neat. But that would probably be a Zoom class. Okay, now I have, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 areas, but these are too big. Unless I pick up that little flower, that little leaf, and put it underneath, which is not a bad idea, but let me check the other small ones. I have these ones that I could go, ooh, how many do I have? Since I didn't like the border I cut from the blue canes. So I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I got enough. Bam. We're going to do that. And then I don't have to worry about, hopefully they'll fit 2 to a, so I probably want to space them out. And then I can stick purple dots, little baby purple dots in between to hold it all on the board. So I'm just going to lay it down, and then I can space it out, which, I mean, that's pretty good if you ask me. You can push up the edges so that they stay on there. right, I'm going to go around now. All right, so as you can see, I had exactly enough. Oh no, I had more. I'm sorry. I did. I had 6 more left over baby watermelon canes. Medium watermelon canes. And I think that looks absolutely adorable. Very, very cute. So now I can do purple dots again, or I can bring in some magenta. Don't know if I want a magenta or bring in more purple, because I want to fill in the spaces in between. I think I'll go with, oh dang. Since I have the purple, I'm going to go with the purple. Might not be everybody's choice color, but you know what? I'm the artist. You're the artist. Use whatever colors you want. And don't worry about what people think. It's art. Art is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, people make, sometimes you can make a clock out of this. You have 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3, 9, and in between. And then you can even draw, you can have the little snakes as tick marks and put a mechanical thing in there and have it read, you know. It won't have numbers. You could put numbers on there. You don't have to though. So I'm just going to stick these in here. In between. I might use that flower stamp again. I haven't decided yet. Time will tell. Okay, I'm putting little buttons in between, and I'll put a stamp on those. This is just to help hold everything on the plate. So some of my spacing is off, but I'm all right with that. We'll just put them in there. And because the bigger ones are not at the bottom, quite at the bottom. Oh, you get it. Lost the corner. Oh, it's so forgiving. Since they're not touching the bottom, I could put another one right on top. That would be kind of cute too. I think I like that. And that fills in the space underneath it. Ooh, okay, see? You just got to play with it. Once you play with it, then you'll figure it out. You'll be like, okay, I like the way that looks. Since I do a lot of dot painting, then, you know, see, I'm rolling them so that the edges are, the edge is either, you know, kind of folds underneath it. So, like this one, the edge is out. I could pick this up and roll it around in my fingers a little bit, and then place it down, and the edge is gone. It's the edge from the cutter. Since these ones have specific spots, I like them. I like them rolled. So you just go at your own pace. It can be very relaxing. The end product is going to be beautiful. And I need, all right, I need one. I need one more right there. Then I need to decide what I'm going to push down on top of them so that they stay in their seats. Everybody stay in your seats. Yeah, this section here doesn't quite, you know, match anything, but it's okay. It doesn't have to exactly match. All right, let's see, what do we have here? See, even a thimble. That might be a cool pattern out there. I have 2 thimbles, so I have 2 different thimbles. Although I'm not, this one would put a ring around it, and this one would not. And then there's these things. These are Core, K-O-R tools. They're just little itty bitty. Well, this one's a roller. Okay, this one's a roller, and it's got little handprints all over it. And these ones are Celtic designs. And you could probably find these at their website or on Etsy or on Amazon. Bet you the hands make a really cool pattern. See here? Oh, that's a weird pull. Anyways, those are nothing. That's nothing in there. Nothing. So, I mean, I could put a Celtic design. This one is a Celtic knot, or the triad. Here's a Viking rose. And then this is a Celtic triangle. Since that's more fairy-ish than not, they're actually too small of a design for any of the circles. Too big for these ones, too small for those ones. So we're going to hold these and look at them and see. I mean, that's a flower. That's something different. Or I could just go with the flower. Go with the flow. Just stay with what you got. Then I've got a smaller hole here and this one here. I use these 2 a lot. I do. I will admit it. Oh, there's a leaf pattern here. Nope. I'm going to go with this. So we're going to push this in here. Here. Where's my wind chimes? I need my noise. They were so pretty. You can hear them in the background. Now you can hear somebody screaming outside. Some kid. I'll do the small one. And I'll show you the square one. I haven't done anything else with the square one. So, because I'm not, when I don't know what to do with something, I walk away. Just close up the shop and just walk away. It's the only thing I can do. Because I'm not 100% sure, you know, what to do next. So I usually just walk away. And I ponder over it and think about it, and I'll come back and look at it and decide if it needs more. See how nice the pattern, the texture underneath looks really good. Oh, one more. Okay, so from what I can see, I think I'm ready to bake. I could take a little fancy little mica powder with some alcohol ink blue and do something with that. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Some turquoise mica powders with the blue. Because once you bake the mica powder, so I could use white, but that would be quite drastic. There's not one in there. I mean, this turquoise is really brilliant. I don't like using it a whole lot. Or maybe I do. It's almost gone. There's this blue. Let's see, what's this one's green. That might be interesting. Then there's like these blues here. There's that one. This one doesn't match. Or I could just do a little bit of pearl here and there. Doesn't have to be much. Just a little, you know, little dusting. And I do it with alcohol ink so that I can center the attraction, because I don't like getting it on the canes. This is a pearl. Let's see, that one's gold. Here's a something, I don't know what that is. Yellow misty lavender. That was a good color. I was going to use that, wasn't I? But I don't want to use misty lavender. So it's just to add a little accent to the pieces. I love this blue, but I think this one goes better. The green definitely does not go. One is glacier blue and one is ocean blue. Ooh, quite a decision. Decision. Let's see, there's that one too, but that one's not good. One's called steel. I think I'm gonna go with this blue. And I'm not going to use as much alcohol ink. Maybe I'll just use alcohol instead, which means I have to fill up my alcohol. Okay, last part before I bake. I have a blue cup here. I'm just going to use the mica powder and a little bit of regular alcohol. And give it all a little bit of accent color. I guess some people use this stuff as eyeshadow. I could see that. I'm not getting enough though. There. Yep. That's why I wear grungies, so I can wipe all my tools on my pants. Ooh, it's very oceany looking. That could be because of the other blue that's in the cup. So I'm just going to accent around. I mean, I could push it up. It always looks nice. I always forget about this part. And then I'm like, oh darn, I forgot to use my alcohol inks. So I don't know if I'll go in there. I probably will. But for right now, get it off the cane. Could just let it move all by itself. Seems to be doing that. But it's also filling in the texture. See how the divots are getting filled with the mica powder. The mica powder kind of gets baked right on there, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll show you when I'm all done. Okay, so my husband came down, and he says he likes the outside blue better than the inside blue. He says a nice contrast, but you know what? I'm going to make it all uniform. So that's why I am now painting the outside. So I painted all in the crevices, and I was only going to highlight it, but it doesn't seem to want to highlight, because when it highlights, you get these little spots that are just need to be, you know, covered. So that's why I'm going to cover it. And then I want to show you how to touch up after, if you get some on a cane. Oops, look, see, I put some on a cane. So we're going to, let's see, do I have any Q-tips handy? I do. So you have Q-tips handy, and you can get some regular alcohol, and you can, while it's still wet, roll it, or you can rub it out. There's some on the edge here. Let's see where I also got some on the edge there. Oh, right in here on the horn. You can see where the alcohol ink had, you know, from brushing it, got where I didn't want it to go. And that's where using a Q-tip with some just plain old alcohol, and then you rub it out. And your canes can handle it. They can handle a little bit of alcohol. I mean, the whole tray is handling the alcohol because it's not going to eat it away or anything like that. So that's just another little trick. See, there's blue on here. I mean, you could take some of the alcohol here and, you know, add it to, you know, whatever else is existing. It's not going to eat. See, if I just do the flower, it's like it adds colored flower petals. Okay, see, you know, you learn something new and you find out what's pretty, and okay, I'm liking that. I'm going to do that to the insides too. And you just, and it will, the alcohol will evaporate and leave the mica powders in its way. Oh, that is so pretty. Yes, I am liking that a lot. So, I mean, you can work it, keep working it, work it, you know. You could work it for the next month if you wanted to. Did I do all of them? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So, and then we throw that away. I need another Q-tip because I went outside the lines on this one here, and we just want the purple. We just want the, oh, that's so, I'm excited. That looks so good. Where's my brush? All right, so I'm just going to finish painting the outside here and dabble in the middle a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so with my protractor, or the where I put it in, and then I had this, and I put the center in the middle there, I ended up covering it up with a little piece of watermelon. I was going to tie, you know, I was supposed to tie the center in with these, because this is a small center one, and have that be my border on the outside, but I changed my mind, obviously. I mean, right now I can still change my mind and pull this puppy up and put one of these right in the middle, which might look better. But, I mean, it kind of keeps your eye moving around. You get to see different samples of the canes. But I think I might do that. Well, let's take a look. Let me burnish 2 of these together and see what happens. We'll see how it looks. Because if it looks really good, then I might just have to do that. So now I will take this here, and I might cut the green off because it's not quite circular. Those look more circular than this one does. All right, let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, see, I smushed it out. So now I'm going to see if I've got a circle cutter that is big enough for that center. That one's a little too small. I do have other circle cutters. Let's see. This one is too big. Just got to keep working it. Okay, I don't have any smaller ones in there. This one's going to be too big. So I could use this one and just cut the green off, or I've got 2 more slices. I could try and do a better job. I don't like the little fishy pucker marks, but I guess there's no avoiding the little fishy pucker marks. Just mush it together with my finger instead. I'm going to cut this one though. All right, so I could very easily get that out. So which way do you like it? I don't know. I don't know. I think I do like that. And here's one that's smaller. Well, I don't like the smaller one, obviously. It's not good. But I definitely like that one better. So, I know this one's really on there, but I'm taking it up. All right, I've got it in there and I like that better. Yep, I'm calling this Watermelon Kiss. It's my Watermelon Kiss plate, Mandala. And now I'm going to bake it. So go bake yours. I usually do mine at like 275 for an hour, because I like to make sure that it's baked. And I could just do this again just in case. Make sure that everything's down. Oh, we got some wet mica powder still out there. Because I have some overhangs and I'm super critical of my work. I'll come over here and just trim these up here like that. This This is so that when I put the resin on it, you won't see this blue sticking out so much. And if there's any tips that are hanging over from the watermelon slices, that might interfere with, I don't know what. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not even going to try and peel that away because that will come away when I'm all done cooking it. And that ends this segment. Well, I'm pretty happy with that result. That looks super pretty. And I also have a different color tray to try it on, since I had another one spray painted before. Oh, that kind of looks good too. And that's just, I think that's like a slate blue, a slate color. And I don't have a black one handy, but that looks really nice too. Colors really pop on that one. I'm not sure which one I like better. Which one do you like better? Comment in the comments section. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to resin on it and call it a day. Thanks for watching.